So I think I just want to switch. Yeah.
It's been a really long time, right?
Okay, well, thanks for calling. I'm really happy to switch off.
Or you want to start something. So girls, here's the story. Baby's not in it. So there's individual right? Here today, no baby. But there's so
Yeah. I mean, usually like, you know, if Davey or,
Yeah, no one else is there. But he could come in and close the door. And I don't know how he does it, so I just thought I'd ask him. And if not, I will.
yeah, I mean, I know there's like, I know there's a way to
Yeah, he can buzz them in, he can see them as well.
yeah,
So I don't.
that's news to me.
Okay.
Good to know that's
I just
possible.
thought I would ask, because I don't know who else to ask. So.
Alright, so we're gonna get started whenever we're ready.
I'm in tune.
Two. With the universe.
You made it on me. Yay for Robbie!
Okay, here we go. Full left, left.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. As Shul is beginning, this is Childcare Shabbat, and our childcare person, which is a yay, but I guess that's the joy. The oi is that our childcare person is not here. And so, surprise, but the people who want childcare are. And so we're going to try to set up those who want childcare in the library. And the ask is, if you're like, oh, I identify as someone who would like to spend time with children and don't find that burdensome, you are invited to also find them in the library at any point, knowing that that will help kids' parents also be inside of services at some point. Which includes also multiple people who are leading, which is what a delight. So with no pressure, but a wealth of invitation, we're inviting each other into many different roles as we welcome Shabbat in. Hi, Raf, come with me. All right. So let's take a breath as we come in. We'll turn to page 332 together.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos to folks here on 50th Street. Also, good Shabbos to folks who are joining us on the Macomb Minyan or on YouTube. It's so good to be together tonight. I'm wondering, is there anyone here who's here for the very first time? At least in our physical space. We are a group who already knows each other. I was thinking today about how we've reached a threshold. So we've moved through a number of moments where we've gotten to the darkest point in the year. We were at the darkest point with solstice several weeks ago, with the sun having its shortest time during our day. We moved through the darkest moon cycle throughout Hanukkah. And then I realized today we are exactly in the middle point between the 2 days where we changed clocks. We are 63 days from the change in November and 63 days from the point in March. And it's only getting better from here. It's only getting lighter. But the thing that I was realizing as I was thinking this is even though we're hearing the sun say to us, it's getting lighter, and we're hearing the moon say to us, it's getting lighter, and we're seeing and hearing the strangeness of our calendar saying it's getting lighter, it's really hard to internalize that. That's what we get to do together today. With our songs, with our voices, with our presence, we get to tell each other that despite a feeling of deep darkness, we are singing our way towards light. And we'll do that with a manifestation of physical light coming into this space. I'd like to invite anyone forward who feels called to the project of finding light in darkness to help us light candles on page 2. Don't be shy. Julie, could I make you the designated lighter? Thank you all so much.
Let's turn together to page 12. We'll turn to page 13 and sing 2 lines from the break in the paragraph. Hod vehadar. Hod vehadar lefanav. Hod vehadar lefanav. Oz v'tiferet, Oz v'tiferet, Oz v'tiferet, b'mikdasho, b'mikdasho. Vehadar lefanav. Hod vehadar lefanav. Oz v'tiferet, Oz v'tiferet, Oz v'tiferet, b'mikdasho, 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 b'mikdasho. Hod vehadar lefanav. Hod vehadar lefanav. Oz v'tiferet, Oz v'tiferet, Oz v'tiferet, b'mikdasho, 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 b'mikdasho. I'm just going to tuck a tiny kavanah here in the heart of this psalm, and then we're going to sing it again. Surprise. These words, Hod v'hadar lefanav, Oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho, these are words that are describing the mikdash, that are describing the beauty that is around and inside of, right, the wonder, the gratitude that suffuses the space. Now, you might think, oh great, this is the space where God lives. This is the indwelling place of God. So this is probably describing this space. This is what happens when God's there. And as we were singing just now, I imagined what happens if we're describing the sanctuary. Here we are. The acts we do to create beauty, beneficence, gratitude, a feeling of plenty, because the mikdash was created because people brought what they had in their heart and they brought it and they kept bringing it because it felt so good. That's how the mikdash was made, is because people brought what they had and said, can we use this? And I was imagining it because a little kid, who happened to be my little kid, but whose voice I didn't recognize because she sounded really old, came in and talked to Kestrel and asked for something. And Kes said, yeah. And I just started imagining, like, what happens if we just said yes to each other? If that's how we made our sanctuary, was by saying, hey, could I put up a kettle of water for you? Do you want some hot water? Do you want to sit here? Could I get you a book? Could I tell you what page we're on? Could I sing with you? Could I sing louder because you're having a hard time? Right? Like, what happens if we just made our sanctuary through the yes that we give each other and then just grew it? Because that's the funny thing about how the people made the Mikdash. It was so much, we kept bringing and bringing, the people kept bringing and bringing, that Moshe had to say, ya basta, enough, die, it's enough. But what happens if that's the energy here when we're singing? Hod v'hadar lefanav. We are actually creating that sense by our beautiful, gentle, generous yes. Let's turn to page 16, and we'll sing 5 lines. Page 16, 5 lines from the top. Yiram hayamu melo Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Neharot Yimcha Uchaf, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yachadarim Yeraneinu, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Tevel ve'yoshvei ba, Yiram Hayam Umelo. Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Tevel ve'yoshvei ba, Yiram Hayam Umelo.
We'll turn to our colorful sheets, number 1.
Anna bekoach gedulat yemincha, tatir zerura, tatir zerura, kabel rina, rina tata, sagreinu, tareinu, nora. Anna bekoach gedulat yemincha, tatir zerura, tatir zerura, kabel rinat, rinat rakas, sagreinu, tareinu, nora. Ay, 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 oh, ay, Adonai, ay, oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, ay, ay, oh. Anna bekoach gedulat yemincha, tatir zerura, tatir zerura, kabel rinat, rinat atas, sagreinu, tareinu, nora. Ay, 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 Adonai, ay, oh, ay, 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 Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, ay, 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 oh. Ay, 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 oh, ay, Adonai, ay, oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, Adonai, ay, oh, ay, 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 oh.
turn to page. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Surround sound rabbi. We've never been so synchronized. Do you think we could do that entirely together?
I think probably.
I think we could, but we won't. Take it away.
We'll turn to page 20, singing the words of L'chadodi. As we open the doors of our heart on the last verse, we also open the physical doors of our sanctuary and invite folks, if you'd like, if you brave, to go outside and sing the last verse.
Close the door behind you.
Shemo echad, Shemo tiferet.
Zoayi Verachaku Kolai Yasis Alai Elohai Zos Natan Akala Vechadoni Vikakala Benesha Dekavela Yaminu Boso Tifati Etadon Taritzi Ayadish Ben Parti Letis Lecha Benagila Lechadodi Likakala Beneshala Nekavela Beneshala Nekavela Boi Veshalom Ateret Fala Gam Simcha Uvetzola Tochem Unei Asegula Boi Kala Boi Kala Beratoni Vikakala Bene Shava Nekavela Bene Shava Nekavela Yada 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 yada
Good Shabbat. Good Shabbat. I hope the Shabbat feels so welcomed. So welcomed. Next week, let's go out 3 times. Oh my. Let's sing a song of Shabbat on page 22. Ah.
Did anyone here not understand what happened? I feel like we should not let that be an inside joke.
Oh, certainly not.
So we usually go outside for the final verse, as many of us did. But sweet Rabbi Ariel
I was ready.
put on her jacket
After verse 5.
because we were changing the melody. So
I was
last verse.
Indeed. I was just so excited. It's the first time in my Shir Tikva career I came ready with a jacket. So I was actually just like so ready to be Shabbos. That was the joke I was making in my head because I only realized it happened when I walked in.
Yeah,
and I
you
was
went
like,
out there and you did
We
verse
did the
10.
whole. We did the verse 9. You always wanted to add an extra
I'm
verse.
sorry.
There's a lot of. No, I came back in. I understood what happened. And then the joke I made immediately in my head was, oh, well, there's probably more than half of Shir Tikva that's like, finally, she's gone back to the old tradition. Many things are happening tonight. Can we sing a song for Shabbat? Thank you, I'm glad.
Page 22.
Mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor
We'll turn together to page 28 and rise and root as we call each other to prayer for Baruch.
Ya ya damba ya ya yo yo. Ya da da ya 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 yo. Ay ya da ya yo. Ya da da ya yo. Ya da da ya 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 yo ya yo. Ya da da ya yo. Ya da da ya yo. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. You can be seated. We'll continue on page 30 with a blessing giving thanks to a God that brings darkness into the world. And tonight, the image I'd like to offer is one of darkness on a winter night, where it is so soft on a field of snow and ice, and you put your foot to the ground and it crackles. I'll invite us to dwell in that field for a moment, taking a big breath in and out.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים.
We turn to page 32 and bless a God that brings love into the world. I invite you to bring the image of someone that you love into your head and just spend a moment with them. Taking a big breath in and out.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
We'll rise in body or spirit on page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam. You can be seated. ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We'll turn to page 40. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות ואוסף אלה, נורא תהילות ואוסף אלה. מלכותך באו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יאללה 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 יאללה
We'll pray for peace and for protection in dark times, 3 lines down on page 42.
Ufrosa
rise in body or spirit on page 44. We'll stay on our feet, moving into our silent prayer on page 46. We'll start in song together.
Say
We'll take a second to pray for those in our lives and in our community who are in need of healing. I'll do just a quick glance around the room, and as my eyes pass you, I invite you to say the name or names of anyone that you're praying for tonight, and then we'll seal our prayer with song. Today we're praying for
Craig Ball.
Good Shabbos, everybody. So the surge protector in my office has 2 indicator lights that flash on when I plug in my computer. Protected and grounded. So my kavanah, when I sit down to write Torah each week, goes something like, protected? Grounded? Let's go. This week, Joseph and his brothers reunite. After carrying on a ruse, a scary ruse over the course of weeks, Joseph lets his guard down, and he sends his guards away, and he reveals his identity to his brothers. And this revelation isn't conveyed with words, but rather with tears and embrace. So by the time we've gotten to this part of Bereshit, which is the second to last parsha in the book of Genesis, words have gotten extremely complicated. From being the tool of creation, words have been used to decipher dreams, to deceive parents about the fate of siblings. Words have been used to displace hungry Egyptians from their land, and have been used to create a system of servitude for all inhabitants of the land that prefigures the slavery and oppression the Israelites will experience in just a few chapters. Words will be used next week by Jacob to offer blessings to his children, blessings that hide as much as they reveal, that entangle his children in his wishes and his projections and his fears. But tonight, the brothers find each other, alone in Pharaoh's palace, in the silence, in the tears, in embrace. Vaynashek lechol echav vayefk alehem. Joseph kisses each of his brothers, and he cries with them. Midrash Tanchuma reads these tears as mutual. It isn't just Joseph who's crying, but rather each brother kisses Joseph and cries with him. They receive each other, they cling to each other. The Or HaChaim reads these mutual one-on-one tears as transformative and writes, when they saw that he cried with each of them, then they could trust him. Everything he'd said, he might have been saying just to alleviate their shame. His heart maybe harboring bitterness because of what they'd done. And so it was when they saw that he embraced each of them and cried over them that they knew that they could really speak with him. It was through these tears, with Joseph coming to each of them individually, that the brothers felt a sense of empathic solidarity. Through his tears, teaches Rabbeinu Bachya, Joseph shows his brothers that he harbors no ill will against them, and indeed that he wants to do good by them. Where words could not penetrate, tears become a gateway for the meeting of their inner worlds, the first steps that Joseph and his brothers take towards one another, the first work towards repair. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a question about words versus tears. Words can be a bridge between us, and words without empathy for each other can distort, can disorient, can harm. As we read in Talmud, Rabbi Elazar teaches from the day that the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, the gates of prayer were locked. The gates of words, even prayerful words, were locked. But even though the gates of prayer were locked, he teaches, the gates of tears were never locked. Even in the moments when our words don't open or can't open, the gates of tears are always open. So as we enter this new year, as we enter this new year, this time of real unknowns and of high stakes, here's what I want to offer. This room, this sanctuary, this minyan of learners and prayers and doers and talkers. Oh my. And criers. We must dispense with our words as shields and open to each other. Yeah? This distance that exists between us is real, and it is reasonable. It is the outgrowth of so many kinds of grief and growing and disappointment and sadness and wishing. So many tectonic plates of different experiences. But in this moment, in this new year, I want to ask us to meet each other like Joseph and his brothers, ready to use our tools of connection and vulnerability to meet each other, really meet each other, and to pay attention to the places where it hurts. When we notice places of disconnect or distrust, when we don't recognize the people around us, and I cannot tell you how many times when people come to talk to me, they say, I come to Shul and I don't recognize the people in the room. Don't use that as a reason to get farther away. It's time to pause there in that moment of noticing and to quiet and to meet. I'm going to say it. We don't agree with each other. Breathe. We don't agree with each other. And it's scary. And it's okay. It sounds like it's the old joke, right? 2 Jews, 3 opinions. We don't agree with each other. But it's actually extremely painful. Because in this moment, some of the things that we don't agree about, that we collide with each other around, are essential and profoundly heartfelt. And I want to offer that this actually is something that we humans can cry about, can breathe about, and can make space together to figure out how we hold it and move together with vulnerability and with courage and determination. I think about that song we sang, the Shabbat after the election, by L.A. Blakey. You do not carry it all alone. No, you do not carry this all alone. You see, this is way too big for you to carry it all alone. So you do not carry it all alone. And can we feel our ancestors' embrace here, their tearful embrace right here, holding us, reminding us that the gate of tears is always open and that we are together facing the famine and that we have choices that will help us face that suffering and take action, face that suffering and keep each other safe, face that suffering and help each other ground and protect. I love you. That's what I want to say as we enter this new year. I love you. And Shabbat Shalom. Oh, and next week we'll get to close out another year of offering prayers in the Zoom space as our weird ancestor Jacob offers his blessings to his children, which is when we kicked off this tradition of blessing each other in community. You know, sweet human. So I'm going to invite us to bless in our colorful sheets. And just so you know, we're reprinting these wonderfully tattered, colorful sheets. But if we can just hold, the paper is so soft now. On one side, embarrassing. Wow, it's been a long time since we've reprinted them. On the other hand, think about all of the people who have prayed with these documents. There are hands that have made these pages soft and tattered. So let's tend to them this week as we open towards pristine sheets. Hamalach hagoel oti, Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, vayikarev haem shemi, v'shem avotai, v'shem avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'yitgul harov b'kerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel uchelea, ke'Efraim u'chimenashe. יברכך אדוני וישמרך. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה. יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. יללי, יללי, אyo. יללי, יללי, אyo. May we all care together. May we lean into and not away from community in these days to come. May we pay attention to the fellow travelers among us and help them through this journey. May we all find the words we need from a place of both strength and vulnerability. May we each find the vulnerability to open the wells of tears, and may the streams they form bring us closer. May we all be blessed with breaking the barriers between us and physically move together in our song and tears. May we make space to hold each other's grief. May we work alongside each other, not against. As we work towards a better world, may we keep this minyan together with and while we disagree. May we be protected and grounded. Okay, may we, there's one more really good one. May we speak up and out with love sooner when we are hurt so that those pains don't fester. Ken yehi ratzon, yalalai, yalalai, ayo. Yalalai, 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 ay, yalalai, 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 yasher koach. We'll begin to conclude our service. I'll invite us please to rise in body and to root on page 284. You may be seated. We come now to Kaddish Tom, to Mourner's Kaddish, this time to remember people who have died, to honor their memory, and to support people who are in mourning. And we pause before we recite our community's list to sing Oseh Shalom, holding open the container of grief for all those who have died in Israel-Palestine over these last many, many months. Oseh Shalom bimromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Yaseh Shalom Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel. Before I read our communities list, I also honor those who were killed in New Orleans this week. So much grief. We're in Shloshim for Dr. Fillmore Rodich, uncle of Jerry Katz, and Ravi and Charlie's great uncle. I'm just going to invite you, if you want to share a story about someone whose name I say, Rabbi Joey is already ready to come find you with a microphone. We observe the yard site of Sally Atlas, Stephen Hall's grandmother, Elaine Bennis, Dana Bennis's grandmother, Jean Berkowitz, Sheldon Berkowitz's uncle, Hilda May Klingon Margin, Pixie Martin's mother, Alan Deutsch, Tracy's dad.
One of my fondest memories of my dad, who was an extremely difficult person, was when I was a kid, long before I lived on the Mississippi or we ever imagined that I would. He would sing me Old Man River every night to put me to bed. And it's a good reminder to me of how even every time you mess up as a parent, you can also, the good things that you do also stay behind.
Bill Fairman, Shelley Miner's brother, Samuel Fish, Ben's father, Bennett Gordon, John's dad, Kathleen Haas Hansen, Thrin Arnav's grandmother, Helen Henry, Stu's mom, Thomas Hodney Sr., Christina Rothstein's grandfather, Scott Horwitz, Bonnie Westland's dear friend, Diane Jolson, Brad's wife, Charlotte Bell Kagan Katz, Gail Katz James's mother, Ruth Krause, Judy's mom, Benjamin Leon, Laura Lipkin's grandfather, Lou Lubka, Ruben's father, Natalie Mucha, Audrey Friedman's mother and Laura Friedman Shedlov's grandmother, Becky Peterson Weissman, Luann Lippold's dear friend, David Randy, Amy's son, Patricia Rule, Aaron Lichtov's mother, Michael Robinson, Celeste's dad, Harvey Rockland, David's father, Ernest Rosenzweig, Lily Berman's grandfather, Sarah Roeder, Jackie Kramer's grandmother, Rena Rothstein, Robert Rothstein's mother and Jonah's grandmother, Barbara Elaine Russell Brown, Vanessa McGuire's mom, Cindy Scheinert, Lorraine Luger's grandfather, Frank Sapinski, Tam Sapinski Perlman's father, Ted Watson, Laurel Riedell's father, Edmund Weisfeld, Rondi Atkins' grandfather.
My Papi Eddie was born in 1898 in a shtetl in Hungary, as is typical, with a house with no electricity or furnace. But he and his family emigrated to the United States in the first century, or the first decade of the 20th century, settled in Cleveland. And my grandfather was a very simple man. He worked as a store clerk his whole life. And when, in the early days of my childhood, when we would go to my grandparents' house like 2 or 3 times a week, and invariably after dinner, my grandmother, my parents, my aunts and uncles, they would be around the dining room table, drinking coffee, kibitzing, still noshing, and we 9 first cousins would be like running around the house. And my grandfather would just sit in his easy chair with his feet on the ottoman, and he would just soak it up and let the kids like climb over him and rub his mustache, and he knew that life did not get better than this. To be in a warm, safe house with a well-fed family together in happiness and peace. And that was as good as it got.
Keith Wilson, Wendy Wolf's father. Bitsy Winograd, mother of Joanne Brockington, Audrey Lensmeyer, and Ellen Walltower. And Michael Yates, Jackie Rothod's father. Are there other people that we're remembering tonight whose names you'd like to share?
Oh, thank you. Tonight is not actually my mother's yahrzeit, but it's very soon, and we'll be away, and I didn't want to miss. I said to Joy, we can do it on Zoom, but I want to be here in person to do it, so thank you. We had 6 children. Obviously, my mother was very busy, and she grew up in a very sad situation, poverty, and her father had her leave school to work, and she never thought she could do, and she didn't think she was good enough in anything as far as learning. But when we got old enough, we were able to help with a lot of the things. But once we were grown, she started to read and read and read. And one year she said, I read 156 books this year. And then she never thought she could draw or do anything like that because school was something that was taken away from her. And she really liked school when she was in it. And she joined this art class at the JCC, and when Joy and I would visit a couple times a year, and every time we went to her place, there was more stuff that she made. It was like, I mean, the place was like filled, but it was like she was making up for everything she never did, but it was nice, and I was glad for her. So thank you.
I have an uncle who died a few days ago. His name was Steve, and I didn't know him very well, and I have some sadness about that, but he was a journalist, and I met him a few times, and I remember the most his sense of humor, and he had a really amazing laugh.
About 2 weeks ago, someone that I met 11 years ago passed in a car accident in Israel. His name was Eliezer Botzer, and he had 8 children and a wonderful wife named Noah. And I'm like, how do I explain this? I had a friend who lived in an artist commune where she had subsidized rent as an artist, and she just had to study Torah with this guy once a week, and that was Eliezer. And she loved it, and we were talking after he died, and she said that she always knew that if something happened in the week and she needed to just be taken care of, she could just go to their house on Shabbat, even though they had so many mouths to feed and take care of, and she could be a child, and she knew she would be welcomed in. And like, imagining most of us don't live in that kind of culture where we just show up, that we actually seriously don't send a text or call or anything, and that we just know we can be there and be received. And I also got to experience that hospitality, and it led me to Jewish renewal directly through a program that his dad ran in Tzfat, and also connected me with my first love. So he played a really significant role in my life, even though it was also very subtle. And he was also a singer. You can look up his music online if you like Eliezer Botzer. Yeah, really sending a lot of love to his wife Noah and their children, and may his memory be a blessing.
Tonight's also the yahrzeit of Noam's grandmother, Chasia, my mother-in-law, Sarah's mom. And I was lucky enough to get to meet Chasia, and the memory that I hold closest is getting to sit in the back seat of a car while she was not driving. Noam was driving. That makes much more sense. While Noam drove and Chasia sat next to him, and they just sang Yiddish songs. And she spent a lot of her life in Milwaukee, and she was really happy when we moved to the Midwest. She said, there are good people in the Midwest. And that's right. And Noam said, when I asked him what he wanted me to share, he was like, she would have loved Shir Tikva, is the thing so thinking of her.
It's the yard side of my grandmother, my mom's mom, Shirley Feiner, and she was just such a good grandma, especially when I was really little. I was just watching home videos, and she would just like light up and be super silly and playful, which was a side of her that my mom didn't get to experience as much. So I feel grateful for that.
So we'll turn to page 294 and offer Kadisha Tom.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah, be'alma divrach yurtei yamlich malchutei, b'chayechom u'byomechom u'v'chayei techol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv yivru, amen. Yehi shmei rabah v'borach le'olam u'amei amaya, yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yinaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei d'kudusha, brichu, le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'yimru, amen. Yehi shva maraba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. Oseh shalom b'romacha, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
So it is my honor to be able to invite Sophie Gutierrez to not just lead services tonight, but also to offer announcements. As a board member, it is their right and their duty, and it's their first time.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sophie. I use they, them pronouns. This is my first time doing announcements. I'm excited now. Thank you for being with us tonight. It's such a joy to be together. At the end of the service, please return the prayer books to the usher table, and please separate the well-loved song sheets from the sidurim and say a tender goodbye. But there'll be fresh new ones next week, God willing. Thank you to all those who made tonight possible, Rabbis Ariel and Joey, Samuel Porter, Castrel Feiner, Homer, Riv Shapiro, and me, Gordon, the Macomb Minion, Julie Jacobs, and Lori Sweet. Thank you to Sequirity for your steady presence. You can find all of our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly e-news and on our website. Some updates include new classes starting this week. One of them is called The Breakfast Club, a learning and connecting space for Shir Tikva teens. It's starting this Sunday at noon. Know a teen who could use some rad, loving Jewish community? Send them our way. No need to sign up to show up on Sunday. Hilchot Tefillah, a study of halacha of prayer, is kicking off this Sunday. Come learn with Rabbi Ariel about the hows and whys we pray. Sign up online. First session is Sunday at 10. From Zion to Zionism, Unpacking Jewish Relationship to Land starts this Tuesday. We hope you'll join this course. Is it Tuesday or Monday?
Monday.
It starts on Monday. Yeah, Monday evening. I know because I sadly can't take it. I wish I could, but you should take it. We hope you'll join this course where you'll trace the history of ideas that have shaped contemporary Jewish relationships to land, specifically the land some call Israel and some call Palestine, with particular focus on the evolution of Zionist, diasporist, and anti-Zionist movements in the modern era through present day. We will unpack narratives about the land in both secular and religious Jewish tradition. Our monthly community Shabbat morning service is next week. Join us at 10:30 for davening and 11:30 for Torah study and potluck. A reminder that your community is here to support you, so please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter a life change so that they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support. Thank you for witnessing my first ever announcements. It's been a true joy and an honor.
I would like to invite, I didn't clear this, and I don't like to do this, but I'm trying to make significant eye contact. Nat Ching Deutsch, may I please invite you to bless things? Nat, can we all say welcome back, Nat?
Welcome back, Nat.
Nat, we love you so much. We're so happy you're visiting. Yay! Welcome, and come up and bless some things. Nat's visiting from college.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. We're doing the long one? Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher v'rei hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'atzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh bereshit. Ki hu yom tehila l'mikra'ei kodesh. Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'charta. Ve'otanu kidashta. Mikol ha'amim. V'shavat kodshecha. Ve'ahava u'chotzoi. Inchos lanu. Baruch atah Adonai. Mekadesh HaShabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Petei avon.
Shabbat Shalom, Yesher Koach.
Ya, 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 la, la.